part of our mental health season, we are exploring how death affects our teenagers. In tonight's episode, we will be talking to a teenager, adult and expert about suffering with bereavement. Each year, around 2.5 million people die nationwide. Each death leaves behind an average of 5 grieving survivors. We visited a 17-year-old college student named Curtis who was experiencing suffering with bereavement.
My name is Curtis Robbins and I'm 17 years old. I've lost my grandmother. I lost her when she was 68 and I was 7 years old when I lost her.
78% of 6 to 16-year-olds have said that they have been bereaved of a close relative and friend.
It was at my dad's house when I found out, and it was a bit sad because he came in with the news and it was just quite sad actually, knowing about it. I had all my friends there with me and supported me through it all, and everyone just helped me through it and I became happy. Some social workers and my mother helped me as well, so like they came and talked to us about everything and made sure that was right.
41% of teenagers said they received help from a social worker or school when they were grieving. Next, we visited a student support worker at Hannah Woods Academy to explain what teenage students go through.
It's absolutely devastating, and there's kind of not one typical thing. It's not only about losing someone, but it's also about how that will change their life. So if someone came to me and they'd lost a parent or a loved one, I would ask what they wanted. I would try and find out what it was they were looking for. But a typical piece of work that I will do with students around bereavement involves kind of working through a sort of a little booklet really, and it just looks at different thoughts and feelings. It helps them to remember their loved one and connect with their loved one again and kind of revisit younger times for the student that they'd experienced with their loved one. And then they might also choose to do something like a memory box, so that would be about putting things in the box that, you know, either photographs or things that were symbolic to that person. And then they can kind of keep their little work booklet that they've done, they can keep that in the box too and just get the box out and go through it all. It's just kind of a tool really to help somebody work through some of those processes. But I mean, grief affects people in all sorts of different ways. I've experienced it myself and I was really, really angry for a very long time. So I think it's not thinking we need to look for somebody behaving in a particular way. It's just, is that person behaving differently, or does this seem right? You know, is this kind of how that person would be normally?
95% of parents say that when their child loses a close relative or friend, they notice differences in their behaviour. Finally, we spoke to 21-year-old Courtney, who spoke about how she coped with bereavement as a teenager.
My name's Courtney and I'm 21. My grades dropped and I stopped going out, stopped speaking to my friends. Whenever I feel down, I just talk to someone. I did more activities with like my friends and family. Through the 5 steps of bereavement, so she understood what I was going through.
Every day, more than 100 children are bereaved of a parent in the UK. This means over 24,000 children are bereaved of a parent each year in Britain.
Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, even though at times it's very overwhelming and difficult. Know that it will pass, but don't isolate yourself. If you can talk to someone or seek help and seek support, then that will be a positive thing.